This college football picks week 11 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
What's up? It's the most must-see WWE superstar of all time, The Miz, and you are watching SGPN, and it is awesome. Let it ride.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Over.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man. San Diego Superchargers.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, sagging the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Oh, well, hello. College basketball's back.
Yeah. College basketball is back.
Kind of distracting.
It
was
is
football season.
It was nice to have a bunch of college basketball action. If you checked out our college basketball picks podcast on a nice run there on the show, I'm pulling up our records over there. Started off.
Yeah, pretty much got all the picks right.
Kramer was 8-4, 3-0 on his locks. I was 9-3, 2-1 on my locks. Hit my money line dog. Colby 7-5, 2-1 on the locks. 1-0 on the money line dog, 5-1 on our consensus play. So check out the bonus college basketball episodes that we're going to be doing once a week here, and then ramping it up as the college basketball season ramps up. Joining us on the line to talk college football, Colby Dant, aka Pick Dundee. What's happening, Colby?
Colby, there he is.
Good eye, mate. Hey, I'm still hurting from that JMU play, man. JMU basketball, like up double digits at the 10-minute mark. We're getting 8.5 and we don't cover.
Yeah, I'm still.
Who's we?
There was a lot of people that sent me Loyola winning the game with the buzzer beater. Oh, Sister Jean magic. No, Sister Jean would have wanted the team to cover the spread. There was no reason that game should have been that close. They were asleep at the wheel.
They were.
They did not respect the legacy of Sister Jean at all by not covering.
No, horrible job.
As predicted by me.
Oh, you were on the. You were looking.
Right. Yeah, I said I wanted nothing.
He faded the tragic.
Well, the second that Sean was on it, I thought it was very disingenuous, and I thought I would go the other way. Also, there were Vikings involved.
Okay. Colby, are you still getting Colby's echo, Kramer?
I don't know, Colby. What happened? Colby, check your audio settings.
Everything sounds amazing to me over here.
We
so
were just
you guys live in this and I've
spent
realized
20 minutes sound checking Colby, and then you still hear the echo.
It was not there before the show.
Well, I've noticed that like you guys get me to switch all my shit. I'm convinced it's the studio because every other show I go on, no one's got a problem. When I go to you guys have me move this. I'm moving levels and shit all crazy. And then when I go on every other show, they tell me they can't hear me. So at this point, you can't blame it on Patty C anymore. This got to be one of you guys. All right.
Kramer did like throwing Patty C under the bus. Now it's CJ. CJ's stealing his LaCroix. He likes to throw them all under the bus.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, it's probably not us, but we can continue with that theory.
Yeah, echo and low audio is the
low volume.
Low volume. I'm hearing from Mike,
who?
The chat czar.
Our volume's low. That's impossible.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I don't know what to tell you.
I'm looking at everything, and everything looks pretty healthy. So,
all right,
chat could be messing with
people. Of the show are listening are wrong. Colby, what's happening? What's your take on the college football playoff rankings?
Awful, like normal. At least they're consistent.
Okay.
At least they're consistent in their awfulness.
What was your biggest beef with the college football playoff rankings?
Do you want me to show the actual rankings right now? I have a photo.
Yeah, sure.
Right
Toss that up on the screen. Okay. Of course, I love how they did the very dramatic, like hang our hat outside before we went and vote. So it's super official.
Send me something, Colby. Don't put it on the screen.
Oh, okay. Here, I'm gonna send it to you right now. Then
I had a moment where I was like, "Oh dear God."
I was gonna wreck your whole set. And the audio.
You
was
can
gonna
do
be
whatever
crashed.
you want. I'm just it's easier if you just send it to me. Well,
Okay,
less
check
things will go wrong if you don't.
Check your
Also,
Slack, buddy.
some of the chat seems to disagree with the other chat, so we could have a mutiny on our hands, or maybe a civil war. I don't know what would that be.
The other chat. What are we referring
The
to?
chats. Well, some people are saying volume's good. It's a very confusing time in the chat right now.
I mean, I just did a show, so I mean, no one had a problem with it there. So this makes me think that someone ransacked your guys' studio, right?
You're not coming through our studio. That's the part where your theory breaks down.
All right, let's take a look at the college football playoffs. Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, Alabama, Georgia. Where did they go wrong here, Colby?
Pretty much everywhere, but I would say they have no consistency with anything here. So let's start with. I mean, I think the elephant in the room is Notre Dame. Notre Dame has
10.
Notre Dame has two. Notre Dame has 2 losses. One at Miami. Louisville is right behind Notre Dame with 1 loss, and that 1 loss was in overtime to number 14, Virginia. They also played at Miami and never trailed the entire game.
Yeah, they put it on.
They
Miami.
went wire to wire, beating Miami. That makes no fucking sense to me. Because if Oregon at 9 is ridiculous, because Oregon's best win, they have 1 win over a team with a winning record in the FBS, and that is Northwestern.
Now is some of this? Are they projecting some of these teams to win? I get. Yeah, I don't know. Are they projecting some of these teams to win the conferences, and that's why they're getting?
I mean, it's just corruption. This is like I said, it's just like one of those elections in fucking Colombia or something. You know what I mean? Like this is, it's just complete corruption because like here's the problem, guys, is they're not consistent. Like if you're gonna honor these wins, like the Miami win, they're gonna say, well, Notre Dame went there, they lost, but it was a tough game. You should then use it because Miami, they still have ranked for some crazy reason.
How is Miami ranked?
Yeah, they've had one game outside, one road game outside of the state of Florida, and they lost to a team that's not ranked by them.
Yeah,
but a team that's not ranked by them, by the way, right? So that's really the flaw of all of this is there's just, you would think if you got together in the room, you'd say, guys, we're looking like idiots. We should be consistent. Like if you're saying that Northwestern is a great team, which I would push back on, but if you're going to say it, then be consistent because guess what? Oregon beat Northwestern by 20, right? Well, Tulane also beat Northwestern by 20. Tulane's not ranked, and Tulane also beat a team with the Duke Blue Devils that is in contention for the ACC championship right now, where Oregon has no other win against a team with a winning record besides their FCS opponent.
Are they just doing the thing where they sort it by losses? Basically,
they're doing the thing about name brand, dude. I don't even understand. So okay, they are penalizing Virginia. Hear me out here. So they're penalizing Virginia because Virginia's. So Virginia has 1 loss at NC State, a team with a winning record, right?
Yeah,
at NC State.
Hey, UVA should be above Notre Dame.
UVA, I think you should. I mean, okay. I mean, compared, I don't understand so Virginia, they're penalizing them for close losses or close wins. I'm sorry, close wins, right? They said, okay, you barely beat North Carolina, right? Who's not a great team, right? You barely beat,
who cares?
You
won the game. I mean,
that's my problem. Is they're going to use that logic for Virginia, but Georgia, on the other hand, who lost at home, at least Virginia lost on the road to a team with a winning record. Georgia loses at home. Now, granted, it's Alabama, but Alabama was not a playoff team last year. So if they're using this bias based on last year, that would not really matter. But look, they lose. They beat Tennessee in overtime. Tennessee's beaten nobody with a winning record, right? So they beat Tennessee in overtime. Tennessee missed a kick in regulation to win the thing. Anyone that watched that game would tell you Tennessee was a better team, right? Then they barely get past Florida, who is a 3-win team that's absolute dog shit. So the only thing I can gather from all of this here, and by the way, they have the Ole Miss game. Georgia's got a lot of games that have been close that they've won. It's very similar to Virginia.
Well, and the refereeing. I mean, let's not even.
The Auburn game.
Well, the SEC, the most
Georgia's got the biggest ref assist of any team in the nation this year. You can't argue that.
But if they're going to use, so the thing I can deduce by this is they think Florida's a great team, even though they have 3 wins, right? So Florida played Georgia really close, had a lead with 4 minutes left, right? So they're saying, okay, we got to keep Florida at the top. That's a great win against a good team. And they're using that same validity with Miami being ranked because Miami beat Florida, right? And they're using it for some of the others like Texas. Texas lost to Florida, 3-win team. They're saying, whoa. Clearly the committee is saying Florida is a very good football team. So you would think that South Florida would be ranked since they went to Florida and beat them because they're telling you that Florida's a good team based on all the other shit. But is South Florida ranked? No, they are not. But guess what? Their only losses are at Miami, who they are very fucking high on, right? They are very high on Miami. So make it make fucking sense. And then the other losses, Memphis was in first place.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're just into their own teams.
Yeah, must have.
This is very obvious. They're like, okay, let's just. I mean, I know we have an undefeated Big 12 team, but put that down a couple spots. Make sure. Okay,
well, and hold on. Let's address the Texas the undefeated BYU just completely ignored. They said that's another thing. They played too many close games. But hey, Georgia plays these close games. They play these close games. That's okay.
Assisting. I mean,
that's okay. That's okay for Georgia, but for BYU, no. And guess what? Let's put a team like Alabama there ahead of an undefeated BYU, even though BYU's hit the road more times than them across the United States, which Alabama hasn't done that. And guess what? Alabama has a double-digit loss to a team that's 500 by definition, where they rush for over 200 yards against this pile of shit defense. But no, that's okay. That's okay there. I mean, it's just corruption. And anyone that defends the 12-team playoff, it needs to be bigger to push out the corruption. It's obvious. I mean, they do this every time. Every fucking time. Yeah.
Must vibe in the chat saying 16 team playoff, 10 conference champs, 6 bids, no buys, 6 bids based off of computer rankings, no human bias allowed. Yeah,
no. It's got to be bigger.
No.
Well, look, in theory, that's a great. Okay, I would agree to this if they did this. I would agree to it.
Start 10 conference winners, 6 buys not chosen by committee.
Well, I would agree to it if they released the schedules 5 years in advance, because the problem is what they'll do is you'll see. I mean, you find it ironic that Texas's daunting road schedule was at Kentucky and at Mississippi State. There's a reason why. Right? Like, you dive deeper into that shit. You'll see certain teams get ridiculous back-to-back away. And it's never the teams that are the top teams, because they have a vested interest to get them into the playoffs. If you expand the playoffs, they'll have less of a vested interest because they'll get in regardless. And also, if you release the schedules 5 years in advance, then you can kind of, it'd be hard to manipulate that.
I would say my biggest issue at this point is I think if you're
Texas, Virginia can barely beat these teams, but Texas goes to overtime against Kentucky, a shitty Kentucky team, and is down 17 in the fourth to Mississippi State, but that's okay. But Virginia barely beating North Carolina is an issue.
What I was going to say was, I think just for starters, I think it's okay to put the undefeated major conference teams at the top.
Yes,
just for starters. They haven't lost.
If they lose, then knock them down.
They haven't lost the football game. Yeah. I understand we maybe don't want to end up with a situation like last year. We have a not so good team at the top. Well, though that team had losses, we're talking about an undefeated team. I do think winning the games should matter the most. Second, I mean, it seems like whether it's Georgia or Texas or Notre Dame, like, obviously we're not watching the games.
No, the Notre Dame one is so ridiculous.
No. Georgia's pretty crazy too. I mean, It's strange.
Oregon too. Oregon has one win against a team that's good,
and Oregon lost it. I mean,
but Colby, they started at the top.
Yeah.
So
and what's hilarious is I don't even think Northwestern's good. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt because they're 5-3 right now. I don't even think they're good, but they're saying there's just zero consistency. All I ask, even if they think Northwestern's good, clearly, right? By putting Oregon there, because that's their only win against a team with a winning record. Can you just be consistent then? Because Tulane did exactly the same. They beat Northwestern by 20, exactly the same margin of deficit, right? So it's like, why? They also Tulane has another win against a team with a winning record who's actually tied for fucking second place in the ACC.
Yeah.
Stop.
So who is the team that who's getting screwed?
I would say Virginia, Louisville, BYU, Texas Tech stand out, and even Utah. I would say Utah's hit the road more than these teams, but Utah at least has. I don't even understand how you put Utah ahead of Louisville. Like, do they watch this?
No.
Louisville's one loss is to number 14. Louisville's one loss is to a team ranked who's got one loss, Virginia, in overtime.
You can tell that someone at least was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I bet you their first version they had Louisville ahead of, Louisville ahead of UVA, and someone said, "Hey guys, they played."
and to Adrian's point, it would be a 20-team tournament and still not enough. Yes, I mean, look, I want 32, but even with that, there's always going to be corruption. You see it in college basketball. North Carolina got in on a resume they had no business getting in last year. Right? They weren't even like the top 10 outside. Yeah, but
at least in college basketball, it's like, all right, the team, the bubble teams that people get upset about are, I mean, we're talking about pretty far outside teams that earn their way in. Like, you have an opportunity. I think in football, I think every conference should have an auto bid, but also this problem is going to always exist because of the preseason rankings. I mean, that's the biggest problem with any of this stuff. You create a bias, you create a fake bias with your own rankings. You then you say, well, we can only drop them so far from this like magical place that you created.
Well, they don't have consistency. They just phone it in. Like if they could just
phone it in.
If they could, my point is that, like, if they could,
they
just
got a private jet to go talk about this shit.
I have no problem with them say, like, even though me personally, if they asked me, I'd say Northwestern's a dog shit win personally to me, right? I'd say that's a pretty shitty quality win. But if they just stayed consistent on those wins, I would just be all right. Cause we could all argue who do we think's better, but just stay consistent to beliefs on if your team is good, then that must be good for every other team.
I think they left off Boston College because I mean,
well done.
We got to talk about this Bill O'Brien rant. Of course they're struggling. I thought Boston College was
Chestnut Bill,
which do you get a nickname if you're, what are they, 1-7? Not a great year. They won more games last year.
The Belichick coaching tree in college. If you add in these two and Charlie Weiss, it's
Bill O'Brien had a little run there at Penn State right after Paterno. That was not an easy assignment.
But since he went to the NFL, he got
Christian Hackenberg drafted in the second round. Never forget.
What was their record last year, Colby? I feel like they were better last year.
They were like 500, I think, right? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like it was they were showing some promise last year. Little backstep this year, and this is a reporter giving Bill O'Brien a little hard time here, saying, "What do you tell the fans who are upset about the season?"
Coach, wondering, do you have a message for the fans? Obviously, losing to Notre Dame Catholic school rival, 1-8 now in the season. BC. I've heard from a lot of fans. They're just really
I'm really glad. I'm glad you're down. I'm not down. Nobody's down. We're fighting. We're competing. It's the second year of this program, Mike. You always come in here with these down questions. Like, you show up like once a month or something like that. You come in here with these down questions. I'm not down. I don't know what year you graduated from BC, but this is a program that we're building. Okay. Nobody here's down. We're positive. We're going to show up and play our asses off against SMU. You can go out there in your dark, clouded world or whatever it is and do what you want to do. We're not down. The sun is up and we're fighting. That's my message to the fans. What's up, Trevor?
That's so funny, the transition. What's up, Trevor?
You know, Trevor was shook with his next question. Coach.
Just gonna ask about the run defense, I guess. He was totally. Also, Trevor's a hilarious name for a college football beat reporter. It sounds like such a young kid's name. Trevor. What's up, Trevor?
Also worth noting, I don't think you need to qualify Belichick's college coaching tree.
Oh, okay.
You can just say coaching tree. Not having.
Yeah, or all them.
That's a good point.
All them knocked out of the pros now. Yeah.
I mean, is there an example of a Belichick coaching tree guy that is successful?
It's not a coaching tree.
Vrabel will get credit because he played for him.
But I don't think he ever coached with him.
Did he? I'm pretty sure he was a linebackers coach.
Maybe. But I would say less a tree and more roots because they're all just like going down. The trees grow up and sprout out sideways. It is the coaching roots of Bill Belichick at this point.
Guys, also, you know, I know you guys are Team Brady here. Cloning your dog.
Oh yeah, we had this on the list.
You're right. Okay. He did not. He did not coach for the. He went from Ohio State to the Houston Texans, the Titans.
Yeah, Tom Brady announced that he his current dog is a clone of a previous dog he owned. I like dogs, love dogs. Dogs are great, but we don't need to be cloning dogs, especially there's so many dogs out there.
The future's here, dude.
Who? I mean, let's just start with the foster dog that my wife is taking care of right now, and I guess I'm helping out, kind of. Alf. Like, there's plenty of dogs who are unfortunately going to be put down because we have too many dogs. And what? Your dog is so special? Come on, they're all fucking dogs.
I got a lot to say about this, and I want to push back a little bit there, buddy. Now, I have had conversations. So after talking to my esteemed colleague Jim McMahon, where he got those stem cell treatments in Bogota, Colombia. Well, I go to Bogota like twice a year, so I was like thinking about this. And people had asked me before, well, you know, would I get stem cell treatments? And I would, but I don't have the money right now to do that. So I thought, I love my dog Muddy Waters.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, but I know he just had a birthday this past weekend. He's getting up there, man. He's got great fucking hairs. I would do some stem cells for Muddy. Now I don't want another Muddy, but I want to preserve his life. So if I was given the opportunity, if I had that Giselle money, I would definitely inject Muddy Waters with some shit to rejuvenize his cell count there and bring back.
No, hey, taking care of your dog,
feed him some baby
that's
fetuses.
Fine. But to me, cloning a dog and then like growing your dog in a lab, and then it's like this weird dystopian thing because it's going to look exactly like your dog, but it can't.
And you don't think he did anything to his face?
Wait, the dog's face or Tom Brady? Tom Brady.
I'm talking about Brady. You're telling me the same situation, and he's not like. Because come on, let's be honest. He got shiny over the years, guys. He got a little shiny.
That's the weirdest. Right? That's the weirdest thing, Colby. I know you don't watch professional real football, but they run in these Tom Brady commercials about like regular everyday people having the same football knowledge as Tom Brady. And Tom Brady in the commercials, he's like so pulled back, and he's interacting with like real people. Like the joke is this guy works at a factory as Tom Brady's football knowledge, and he's like, "See what I'm saying about the cover one robber?" And he's like joking, like you got to look out the safety there, Cindy, who is like watching a kid's game. But I'm such a knowledgeable. You can't sell you're a knowledgeable football guy and have hair transplants and your face pulled back like
he had Giselle as his wife, and he got drunk one night and actually listened to her. That was the problem.
Yeah, it's
something must have happened. She's like, I can hook you up with someone. He looks like Joan Rivers or some shit. You know what I mean?
He is Joan Rivers.
Commercials.
He probably went to Joan's guy. Tom, you gotta go. He's the best guy. The nip and tuck. No one will know, Tom. You're a football guy. You won Super Bowls. You don't need to also have.
It's not good for the argument that you didn't deflate these balls. If you're getting shit to your fucking dog to prolong his life.
Yeah, you're willing to manipulate.
Not prolong his life, but to create another life.
You're willing to manipulate dog chromosomes. You're obviously willing to manipulate a football.
Maybe Mark Brunell was right.
I mean,
man.
Well, what I immediately wondered, because he's invested in this, like it's the same company that brought those dire wolves back, Colby. That's who created.
Can't trust him.
Tom Brady's clone dog.
So you're telling me Brady? This is scoring big points against Elway here. He brought back. So basically, Brady brought back the wolves.
So, but what I want to know is
Elway would have cloned his dog. He was too drunk.
Did Elway murder somebody?
That was a sad story, Colby.
I mean, he was not his fault.
He was behind the wheel of a golf cart. It was a tragic accident.
I mean, it does sound like they were just shit-faced hammered, and one guy fell off the cart.
I mean, it does sound really, yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the guy died. I mean, how many times have guilty as charged been drunk at a golf course fucking around? Thankfully, I didn't kill anyone.
Yeah.
So I have some sympathy for Elway there, but.
It immediately made me think, like, we know Tom Brady's had this TB12 for a while, and we know that he was taking trips to countries that have more liberal medical policies. What else is he invested in?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's probably a big time rabbit hole
now.
There. Look, he needs to go into. Speaking of John Elway,
Senor Tom, you're here for the medical tourism.
Well, my theory on why he's so bad at the play-by-play thing is he's already been cloned.
That's a deep.
He's frozen right now. The real Brady's frozen.
No, the real Brady's is just studying tape, trying to figure out how he can come back.
Kramer is so deep into these clone theories and stuff like that. It's funny to see him interact with people in the real world because he assumes everyone else knows these clone things that he's talking about.
Knowledge.
Like when we go to we'll go to the Circa and I'll be talking to the check-in person and they won't recognize us or something. He goes, I guess they forgot to update your clone software, and the person is just looking at him going, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
He goes, they had different clones working last week and they're just nice. So they go, okay, enjoy your stay.
Yeah.
You think everyone knows all these clone theories that you're a part of?
They're in on it, right?
They have no idea what you're talking about. They just want to be nice.
But Tom Brady's really a prick when you get down to it because why couldn't you just start a restaurant chain and fail like the rest of the former athletes? All right. I've been to Elway Steakhouse. There's a Shula's. Remember Magic Johnson used to have that TJ Fridays by LAX? That shit's gone, unfortunately.
I puked on the side of a Shula's in Canton, Ohio.
He couldn't just be one of the guys and just create a fucking Brunel. I know lost a shit ton of money on restaurants.
Emmett Smith, his steakhouse, they just on the Las Vegas Strip, they just locked it up for not paying their rent on the lease of the place.
Man, I went to the Vince Young one in Austin, same situation. This is status quo. The only one that's made it through the years is Theismann's in Virginia.
Joey T's good with the money. He needs to be. He's got 4 wives.
Yeah, no, Tom Brady's not being grifted. He just paid $50,000 for a fucking copy of his dog. I mean,
all right.
Sounds like he's being grifted.
We got Tom. Just start a steakhouse, baby. All right. Just come on, a seafood restaurant right on the fucking Cape Cod. Jordan can go there. Come on.
What's the future of meat? Right, cloned meat.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
All right, we got some games to get to, and of course, we're brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Thanks, Trevor. I'm going to just use that as a transition. Or no, what's up, Trevor? MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Get in there, score 100% bet back bonus up to $500. T's and C's do apply on the bonus. A great place to get in on the live in-game wagering. Easy deposit, easy withdrawals, lightning fast payouts using that sweet cryptocurrency. Head over to MyBookie.ag and use the promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by No Vig. Who likes Vig? I don't like Vig. I hate Vig. Tom Brady probably likes Vig one way or another. Tom Brady's loving some Vig. Of course, use the No Vig app, available in a bunch of states. And when you spend $5, you get $50. When you use our promo code SGPN, get you some great prices. College, NFL, they got you covered. Picks, props, sides, total, NBA, everything over on the No Vig app. And use our promo code SGPN.
That is Peanut in the chat does have a great idea that we need to use that whenever we're talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
What's up, Trevor?
What's up, Trevor?
We might need to isolate that.
It's so aggressive. What's up, Trevor?
Colby's.
What are you drinking, Colby? Tequila? Or is that white wine?
Yeah.
Well, I got a little white Zinfandel.
Jesus. Look, there we go. Casamigo. The Clooney right here. Right?
Classic.
The Clooney play, guys. you know, have you heard about this where he like was in a room with, you know, he called like 12 of his lifetime best buddies over when he was broke as an actor. And after he sold this tequila company that I'm drinking right now, he sold it for, I think it was $3 billion. Him and this bartender from New York City that used to plow Cindy Crawford, right?
Nice. They both sound like they've had rough lives.
Well, all of his friends come over and he gives each one a briefcase of $1 million while they have dinner. And he says, you must take this because you helped me out at my life. And he was $1 million in cash. What, I'm just waiting. What's going on, Kramer? What do you got going over there? What are we doing?
What do you
here?
mean?
When are we doing this? Sean, what are we doing?
You want
here,
a briefcase?
Oh, the briefcase? Oh yeah, we got a briefcase. There's nothing in it.
It's
like a couple Keystone Lights.
Working on it. Is that Colby asking for? Is
Colby asking for $1 million? Sure,
trying to sell his
what's going on,
cheeseburgers?
guys? Well, we're talking Brady. I want the stem cell shit, dude. I want Muddy Waters to live a long life. All right.
Well, I would say that we're probably within like 10 to 15 years of you being able to take the consciousness of your animal and memory and then put it into that clone. So then you would have a new version of him. And then maybe you can have him remember everything. So he's like a young version of himself. Probably pretty awesome, right? And then you can do the same with yourself, like Tom Brady.
That's not real tequila, Colby. Why? Because it's made from a Hollywood actor who invested in Mexico. I understand.
He's not a Casamigos.
All the money in the world, and Tom Brady still sucks ass at talking about football. How is he so bad at talking about football?
What's up, Trevor? UTSA, South Florida.
What? See this, Colby?
What's this?
Sean not interested in shitting on Tom Brady. Now I wasn't going to bring this up publicly, but you did say that Tom Brady was doing a great job the other week. So
just to drive. No, because he was complimenting.
Keep an eye on this guy.
He was complimenting Jalen Hurts.
Green's been on the dark side for a while, and you know, I'll just say this right now: after the Monday Night Football game, we're at 2,000 kick returns with 2 touchdowns, and he's repping this bullshit kick return.
We weren't going to have
tonight.
We weren't going to have
the bricks.
We weren't going to have time for it, but. Kramer, we have a new segment.
Oh, now we have time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where we nominate the kicker of the week. And Kramer, do you have that graphic?
I do. Let me bring it up.
This is highlighting Arizona kicker Ian Wagner. Hats off to you, Ian Wagner. 50 kickoffs. Only one of those have been returned. So if you're looking for a 94% kneel down rate, he did kick 1 or 2 out of bounds. But we salute you, Ian Wagner, MVP kicker of the college game. So
once again,
I like to highlight some of the best kickers in the game. Who wants to see returns when you get 94% kneel down rate?
Well, you choose one team out of 136 that happens to play in altitude very often. So I think that's pretty cheap. You go back to 1990 and you look at the Broncos kick numbers. Okay. They're kicking the ball out of bounds every fucking time. All right. So pretty cheap, pretty low hanging fruit. And what I will retort with is why does Kent State have a guy that's got more returns for touchdown, more returns for touchdown than the entire NFL with 2,000 fucking kick returns? He's only had 14. He's only had 14, but he took 2 back for touchdowns. You've had 2,000. You've had 2,000 returns, and you got 2 damn touchdowns.
You get 800 teams. You can find a needle in a haystack. Yeah. So congrats.
Yep.
Congrats.
We're here to 2,000 returns. The needle in the haystack's your fucking return, buddy.
Well, I wanted you to celebrate the kickoff return for a touchdown. So.
We might have to put a suspension on the SGPN kick return or whatever the fuck the handle is.
Colby, send that login.
He keeps tagging that. He keeps tagging that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to promote it.
It clearly states in the bio that we honor the real kickoff. Yeah, and he says, share this. We don't do this declaration of onside kick bullshit. Right?
No, that was not a declared onside kick. If you know the rules, you don't have to declare in the 4th quarter if you're behind. But I digress, Kramer.
I watch real football.
Where is that being played?
Everywhere in America except the NFL.
Okay.
Oh boy.
With all these targeting and late hits and guys getting thrown out of games. I don't see any of that in the NFL.
Refs being let go and just no explanation as to why they were let go.
Well, because they made it
like that hasn't happened in the NFL.
Made it too obvious.
I feel like it's the scene from Remember the Titans when the assistant coach like pulls the ref off to the side, and they're like, "You keep doing this, you're going to lose your shot at the Hall of Fame." And he puts his Hall of Fame on the line for that racist ref. Those are the Georgia games, basically, right? Like that's.
Did you guys end racism yet?
I think so.
I always thought it was ironic because the most racist organization is the NFL, but yet you're saying let's end racism, which is
college football doesn't even try to stop racism.
Does college football have any?
You guys finally let blacks play quarterback. Amazing.
All right, UTSA, South
crazy
Florida.
What happens there?
What's up, Trevor?
I think I think racism has been fought and destroyed. Good will prevail. UTSA, South Florida, as Sean said before he got Colby all riled up with the kicking graphic. No time no time for chit chat because we have to get to it. UTSA, South Florida, right into Tampa, Florida, Thursday night, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. 13.5 point favorite, -650 for South Florida. UTSA +425. 68.5 is the total. Colby, great South Florida logo.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you there.
YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast.
Yeah, I assume you have that flag outside of your apartment there in wherever the fuck, Orlando, Del Boca Vista. I don't know.
I'm on the other coast, but thanks for asking.
But you got that flag going, right? If not, I know a guy.
No, it wouldn't be South Florida. I don't know what allegiance I would have over there. Maybe Central Florida.
Scott Frost guy. Okay.
Yeah.
So the AAC is basically the old Big East. You know, you should know this as Virginia Tech used to own Thursday nights.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it was actually Thursday, and I think they did some Friday back then. But the AAC has done a great job. Maybe it was blind luck, but they've done a great job this year because two of the bigger games this weekend are on Thursday and Friday, and one right here because South Florida, even though the playoff rankings are ridiculous, they have to put a group of 5 team in. Thank God.
Yeah.
Right. And South Florida is right there knocking on the door. UTSA just knocked off Tulane, which pushed them back, but Tulane's got a shot to get back into it. You'll see in a second. But this is South Florida. UTSA can beat you, man. They're a good football team. So I think that this is one of the better games of the weekend, man. And I was going to give you a Thursday game regardless, but now 13.5 is the number. Now saying all of this, I'm going to lay the points with South Florida because they've had 2 weeks off to prep for this UTSA team. UTSA just beating Tulane. It's a big moment there. I think it's their highest ranked win ever. So let's go. UTSA, lay it with South Florida.
This is tough because I do like South Florida in the bounce back spot, but then UTSA was a breakout game for Owen McCown, son of Josh McCown, 31 of 33, 370, 4 touchdowns. It does feel like this back door might be open, but to Colby's point, UTSA also coming off a big win. South Florida probably looking to keep the pedal to the metal against UTSA. UTSA kind of a short week here. The rest disparity. I'll go South Florida. I'm worried the number is a hair high, and I'm worried that because of UTSA's passing offense, they might backdoor. But I think the motivation is so strong for for South Florida, and that quarterback. I love that quarterback. I know they lost to. I know they're just coming off that loss, but I still believe in this guy, and he would be awesome in the playoffs. So yeah, give me South Florida laying the big number.
And if we're being honest, South Florida probably was the better team against Memphis. They just lost to.
Yeah.
That was a crushing loss. The way they lost, they were up the whole game.
But and I don't think it. And to your point, I don't think it's quite a dream crusher because I do think they're still in this mix here. But you need like a nice big win against UTSA.
All I know is everyone subscribe to the college basketball experience. UT Martin plus 1500 just hit money line against UNLV. What other fucking podcast giving that out?
Cash it, Kramer.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me. The concerning part would be everyone's betting South Florida. But I'm with you. We've talked about how I fancy this South Florida team. I fancied them all season, and I fancy them here.
Okay. Ryan fancies South Florida. We're all in South Florida.
Friday night we have just FYI. Sean Colby was very nice to put all 3 games that we'll be betting on at the Circa.
And one of them I hate, so I really swallowed my pride. All right, like I'm sure you do, Sean, with every kickoff you see.
Let's guess the game that Colby hates. First up, 5 p.m.
Houston UCF. Can't like this one.
Here on
I'm
the
okay
West
with
Coast.
this one.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably likes this one. UCF hosting
AAC
Houston.
battle.
Yeah.
Houston laying 1.5 minus 120 on the money line. UCF plus 110. 47.5 is the total. I mean, Houston somehow is Houston still very live for my I think you're with me, right, Colby, on our conference.
I am
futures.
with you, and glad to see the committee respects them as they're 4-0 on the road, but I guess those wins are nothing. But hey, who am I, right? The only problem, Kramer, we got to start sweating is the quarterback play has been a little shaky.
Yeah.
And their best offensive player, Stephon Johnson, their wideout, is out for the year with a broken foot.
Shit.
That hurts. But I think Fritz just lost to West Virginia. They were like big time. He's going to get under, like he's old school coach, man.
But UCF, and that was my initial thing was going to take Houston because they got their ass kicked by West Virginia. But UCF just coming off a 27-point loss to Baylor. I guess that's not as embarrassing. But don't you think it's also a get up spot for UCF?
No, I do. I mean, look, UCF year 1, Scott Frost, in my opinion, they're a little bit ahead of schedule. They look better than what I thought they would be. But I just trust Fritz here. Now this is the line is telling you something. I mean, like I know the Johnson injury, the quarterback uncertainty. I thought this would be more like Houston minus 4.5.
Really?
But I'm going to take Houston still. I just think Fritz at the end of the day is one of the best coaches in college football. And Frost is magical at UCF clearly, but I just think he'll find a way, especially the way they got embarrassed last week. He's gonna be hard to shit on them in practice.
I think losing to West Virginia inspires everyone. No offense if Mac's listening, but West Virginia, not a team you want to lose to, especially by margin. So I'm with Colby. I'll take Houston here, but a little scary on UCF also coming off a loss.
Mac winning has nothing to do with the football team or the basketball team right now.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Did you get him? You get him that lava lamp we were shopping him for, Colby.
Dude,
the dorm room's really coming together.
White Tiger earlier today took a strong liking to a lava lamp.
Yeah,
at one of those gimmick stores in the mall. I went to the mall.
You're taking your son to Spencer's Gifts.
I went to the mall today. It was fucking a horrible experience, man.
Why
Just as horrible as I remember.
Orange Julius. What is Colby doing at a mall?
At a mall in North Carolina too. It's like, dude, it's like 1980 all over again, man.
Yeah, they got separate water fountains.
Yeah. Well, indoor smoking. North Carolina was a little behind the times.
Oh my God. I mean, well, yeah, and going to school in Virginia, same thing. I remember going back after living in California, and it's like, oh man. Smoke inside the bar. This is these savages.
Kramer, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm on Houston. We're right. I mean, I'm already on Houston with my future, as Colby would say, but we'll lay it here with the Cougs. Tulane, Memphis, big game, eliminator game. Memphis laying 4.5 at. I think are we calling it 4.5? I'm not looking at our screen. 5.5.
There's 5.5 too. Yeah,
minus 200. Tulane plus 170. 55.5 is the total. This is 6 p.m. So Sean, so far 1 out of 3 Friday games, Colby liked it. Is this the game Colby hates? I think Colby likes this one too.
Yeah. What could it be?
Actually, this is where I lobby for this game, and I was at Crabtree Valley Mall today. All right.
Is that are you making a Liberty Bowl joke?
That's good.
No free plugs for the Crabtree Valley Mall. Although they do have senior walking is open from 6 to 7.
But these people know your location, Colby. Be careful. You might need to start bringing security.
Man. It is dangerous. I always have Muddy Waters try my food before me though. But Guys, this is where we channel our Patty C, because Patty C was right about this, and I Mississippi River football needs to be emphasized more and more in this country. When you take two cities like New Orleans and Memphis that actually have culture and like, you know where you are. A lot of spots in America, like if you were to blindfold you and put you somewhere, you're not going to know what city you're in, right? This New Orleans and Memphis, you fucking know where the fuck you're at, right? And the history of blues, the history of jazz. Yes, I've been lobbying. Me and Patty C have been lobbying for this, and we want to make this an SGPN thing too. I know you guys are with me in spirit. We think since it's a big game they play every year, they've been playing it since the 50s. So like, if we could start the trip on one of the showboats on Monday, take the team, take the band, right? And then you take like 5 other fan bases on another showboat with the gambling, like the old school back in the day of, you read the Miles Davis books. It's fucking fantastic where they're gambling and there's whores and just great fucking times on these things. I think we should do this. I think this should be a movement. SGPN could start this thing. I think if we talk to the,
let me just get that straight. So I was taking some notes. So we want to have an SGPN riverboat with gambling and whores. Is that
yes? And invite the fans. Invite the fans to come down the Mississippi River. Right?
The fans wouldn't want to come on that. No, they wouldn't.
And we'll document all of it too, and also you can put the school and the bands on it, and this is, and each year you travel back and forth, and we do this each fucking year.
We'll get some T-shirts. I got wet in the Mississippi River. I do. Sorry, I got wet on the Mississippi River.
Yeah, thoughts are endless here.
I will say that I would take advantage of a riverboat gambling situation. Lots of good movies have taken Maverick, good poker movie, a little riverboat scene there. They threw a guy off the boat. He kind of jumped off the boat.
They did.
Anyway, so what? Anyway, after we ride the riverboat up to the beautiful Liberty Bowl, called one of Colby's favorite stadiums, as we all know,
it's fucking beauty. It's a fucking beauty.
Tulane is the play, right? I mean, I like fading Memphis. They're probably feeling themselves off destroying Rice, which some people convinced us was a good play. But Memphis, there's a couple of fun angles here. 9-20 ATS in conference games, coming off an outright win. So this is a good spot to fade them. And Tulane has dominated in revenge spots. They're on a 23-14 ATS run for revenge. So a bunch of good signs here. And I think Retzlaff can carve up this Memphis defense. Plus 5.5, way too high. And I think they are live on the money line. Give me Tulane. Colby?
Amen, man. I think they're live on the money line. These road teams in this battle and the SGPN Mississippi River clash. This has been the road team's home. So they're gonna go in there and they're gonna play a fine note. All right, because they're jazz down there in New Orleans as they come up to Memphis. meet you at BB King's afterwards. We can watch the March of the Ducks at the Peabody. All right, let's.
Colby,
are you making this shit up?
Southern
right
guy voice is.
I am not.
It's a little problematic, Kramer. What do you?
You think he was a little too much, Colonel?
Kramer, what are you doing?
No, I'm with you. I was surprised to see this. When we were talking about the game last week, I had looked in, the screen that we have will have any sort of look ahead posting, and I don't know if it was a game of the year spread, but this number was 3.
Yeah,
and so I'm with you guys.
Tulane.
The fuck is that?
Tulane plus 5.5.
Moving along, game 3 on Friday. So by process of elimination, this is the game Colby hates. Northwestern, USC, fight on. It's another 6 p.m. start, Sean. So we will have games to sweat during the show. USC laying 14.5 after surviving the blackout in Nebraska. They did not cover though. Minus 750 on the money line. Northwestern put plus 475. 50.5 is the total. Colby has found some sort of weird, weird representation of the Northwestern logo here.
I swear he didn't know about the car wash.
Yeah,
he looks like a cat who just came out of a car wash.
He looks like, I would say this wasn't the car wash. This is when looks like a big truck backed its trailer hitch into his rear end, and he's really surprised about it. Colby,
look, I gotta give it to these Fox execs, because not only did you detonate a good portion of college football, one of the best parts of your plan by turning the Big Ten into like wannabe NFL is you're like, get this. Not only will we put UCLA and Rutgers in the same conference, we're going to give these bastards one of these games every Friday night. Right. I mean, they gave us Rutgers, Washington.
That was fun.
They gave us I mean, look, I'm a sucker for it, because it's the only other time I would ever watch this fucking game. And we have 9 TV setup, but kudos to them. They keep doing this. They keep shoving it down our fucking throat. And look, on Friday night, what are you going to do? You're going to go catch the fucking, Stallone retrospective? No, you're going to watch Northwestern USC.
You could watch our show over on VSiN.
Yeah, that's true.
10 o'clock East, 7 o'clock.
Well, you'll be watching that too.
Yes,
so I mean, either way, we're talking about Northwestern USC.
This one's tough, because I kind of like USC is on a 0-9 ATS run in conference after a road win. It feels like Northwestern, they're going to hang around, but I don't know. To me, this is like Michigan State almost, where there's that weird time change or like time difference. I mean, this is going to be super late for the Northwestern kids, but Michigan State hung around and they backdoored this. It feels like a game where USC is going to be in control the whole time, but Northwestern's going to cover the 14.5. But Colby, can USC blow them out?
Yeah, I think they will. Northwestern, I don't think is very good. They're going all the way out to the West. Last time they went to the West in one of these dumbass games, they scored 5 points. I thought USC looked like shit last week in that win. So I think there's still a lot to get after. And I also think Lincoln Riley's he's not on the red hot seat, but you miss the playoffs, or if you lose a game, like this or something, I just think he needs to be laser focused right now. You afford to keep.
You're not worried about like what happened with Michigan State, where USC won 45-31, and it was
that was a backdoor,
80-yard touchdown with that was a bad beat. That wasn't Michigan State.
Yeah, I'm with Colby. That was a true late backdoor. And I think that with these games, that's fine.
Yeah,
I lost out on that one, but I'm always going to play the home team.
Yeah,
it's just a silly
this
spot.
Oregon game right now.
No, I'm hosting the show.
Yeah,
it's just hilarious. They got a big man. With a bald spot. This guy looks like he's 40. Oregon's got a big man. That's the new college basketball.
These guys coming from like Eastern Europe who played G League or semi-pro in Europe are hilarious. All right. You talk me into it. Give me USC late in the big number.
Don't overthink it, Sean. Georgia. All right, so now let's hop over to Saturday, 9 a.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Stark Vegas, where Mississippi State is hosting Georgia. Mississippi State +7.5, +260 on the money line. Georgia -320, 57.5 is the total. Bulldog on Bulldog. How will Mississippi State get fucked in this one by the refs? Colby.
Well, I mean, that's valid, but Mississippi State, I got to take the points. Georgia's they're playing with their food. I do feel like they're baiting us here, and the fact the playoff rankings are released, Georgia, but I don't think Georgia's that good this year. So I have to take the points at a lit ass environment.
Cowbells
Georgia wins by 7.
Mississippi State has been so good ATS this season. Of course, they somehow pushed or lost that Texas game, depending on when you bet it.
Well, and let's talk about that. Georgia's got Texas on deck, so this is kind of the one where you just got done with the cocktail party.
Yeah,
you got Texas on deck.
Sandwich
spot. Kind of that sleepy spot. Mississippi State playing for a bowl game, right? Yeah. Give me the points.
Yeah, the play is Mississippi State +7.5, but this is my problem with college football this year is like these great situation spots where Georgia, this should be a sandwich spot. Mississippi State should be live in this game. They should cover the 7.5.
Money line's live.
But these refs, they want to make sure Georgia stays in the playoffs, and that's what concerns me. but I will take Hail State 7.5. They've been so good at home. 21-12 run ATS at home since 2021. So I'll ride with Hail State here.
Yeah, well, and now that they're getting a little heat with the refereeing situation, maybe like people are putting graphics out about how many games the refs have given.
And I guess to their credit, they did suspend the ref. So
Georgia's got a lot of resources.
It feels annoying after the fact as someone who lost a decent chunk of change on Auburn. Would have liked that suspension maybe at halftime, but at least they suspended the ref or they kicked him out, suspended permanently.
I mean, the SEC has. I mean, this should be addressed. You know, I saw Dabo go off on the ACC ones, but it's like, dude, look, I get it. That was a bad call.
Yeah.
But they were benefiting Duke football. I don't think that's on their agenda.
No,
you know what I mean.
This was like way clearer to figure out the agenda.
Also, the way that the quarterback showed us all, he knows how to end the game without accidentally covering.
Yeah, you're right.
Huge.
That's big.
Mississippi State.
Let's go. Hail State. Points. Where's your cowbell, Ryan? Go ring that thing. Come on. Oh, there you go.
Nice job.
Colby cares about football.
Colby traveled across the country with one of those cowbells that showed up to my. I mean, at some point we had the Mississippi State thing happen, and everyone mailed us cowbells.
Oh, it's great.
I still have one hanging out in my garage at home too. BYU, who somehow has teams that have losses ahead of them in the rankings. Still don't understand that. 9 a.m. on the West Coast. We're heading to Lubbock, Texas, where Texas Tech is laying 10.5 against BYU. BYU plus 290, 52.5 is the total. Texas Tech gets their quarterback back.
Yeah. Smash.
They got to defend against the Bear. What are we doing?
The only problem is they can't throw tortillas.
Are they going to still sneak in tortillas?
If you're listening to this, what are they going to do? If you're the student section,
what are you going to go to
50?
What are you going to go to Mexican food jail? Come on, throw the tortillas.
Yeah. BYU fans, they know that like BYU fans are fucking crazy. They'll throw fucking batteries at you or something. Come on, a tortilla? That's we got to push back on this. When is the pendulum swinging back on the tortillas, guys? I mean,
what's
come
the
on.
fine?
If you're in Lubbock.
It's so hilarious. The entire state of Texas is, hey, you can take your guns anywhere, but all of a sudden people start bringing a tortilla to the stadium. Like, whoa. All right, that's a safety concern. Okay, one of those tortillas might hit someone's side firearms and cause that thing to go off. Now we don't have any of those pussy ass laws about not being able to carry. If you want to take,
you ever took a corn tortilla to the face, Sean?
If you want to take your AR-15 to the Starbucks, that's fine. But you damn well better not bring your tortilla to the stadium.
That is hilarious.
Come on, Texas.
Yeah.
What about well, I don't know what they're expecting. Everything's bigger in Texas except their passion for tortillas.
What was
You're
that?
right. I have a friend that bought an AK-47 at across the street from a comedy show in Texas.
Yeah.
Right. He bought one and actually brought it, on the bus back home to LA. So he didn't even need anything. No background check, nothing.
No, it's
but
a couple
goddamn,
hours,
you throw a tortilla, corn or flour, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
They don't care. You're gluten bullshit. Either way, you're going right to jail.
I would say that in general, Texas very all over the place. What was the fine for tortilla throwing?
No, it's actually really steep now. It was different. They set a fine for it in like June, and then they upped it again. I don't remember what they upped it again. I want to say it was like I think it might be like $500,000 or something now. I forget. I talked a little bit out of my ass.
Who collects that fine?
Yeah, I mean Cody Campbell's a billionaire. Like.
That's what I mean.
They even got him to tweet to not do it though. So something's up. Something's up here.
Really? He's even saying I'm not picking up the bill.
You would just think, come on, that's like a quarter to us.
According to the internet, it's a 15-yard penalty and $100,000.
That's what it is.
Fine.
That's how you get them. That's how you. That's
Brett
Yormark. That's what happens. You let a New Yorker come into college football who doesn't know college football hasn't been relevant in New York City for like 100 years. You let this guy from New York City come on down with his bullshit policies. He ran Jay-Z's record label. What the fuck? You don't even know college sports. All right, you don't. Stay out.
The 15-yard penalty. That's ridiculous.
That's how you lose a game, by the tortillas.
So
but I still think it's worth it. If you're up, they're buying rosters at an unbelievable level right now. I almost think what's 15 yards when you got a $1 billion roster, why not just do it? I'm all over Texas Tech minus the points. BYU, it comes crashing here. You're not going to win this game. Oh, you're just not.
So they're gonna make the rankings. People are gonna be proven out to be right by not having BYU ranked high.
Yeah,
when Texas Tech smokes them.
The numbers telling you to take Texas Tech. I mean, Texas Tech O-line, D-line, especially that D-line, they're gonna dominate. Texas Tech.
Did I not see? Are they very banged up?
Who's that?
Texas Tech.
I mean, at quarterback, their guy Will Hammond's out for the year, and they already had their running back. Their starting running back, the USC transfer Joyner, never played this year, so he was out in August. But they have 2 first-round draft picks probably at the DN spots.
They're going to destroy BYU's line, right? Hey, Colby.
I mean, I think BYU's line is actually pretty good, but they'll beat them because BYU. It's a freshman quarterback. Like Colorado probably should have beat BYU, but once again, BYU made the plays down the stretch. Bear Bachmeier.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah. I was. Steve, this is why college basketball is a problem. I saw that. There was I was doing something else, and I came across a Rothstein tweet about Texas Tech basketball having some injuries.
Woo! It's smoking my weed.
God damn it!
It's an undefeated team catching 10.5 points. That is the trappiest of all traps.
Yeah, I would imagine the trends also probably tell you to take Texas Tech. Where do you think the bet splits are, Sean? If you had to guess.
I don't know. I maybe BYU's a public dog.
On DK, 70% of the tickets, but only 28% of the handle. So,
okay.
All right, moving. Yeah, so we're all on Texas Tech.
Yep.
How are we feeling about the future, Sean?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Need to get in. Just need to keep winning. I mean,
games. If they're in the playoff, I think they're going to be in the mix.
Keep winning games. All right. Next up, Oregon or Oregon. I guess reach out. I'm not familiar with how the correct way to say it, but I know there's one way. If you say it that way, they get very, very angry. Iowa hosting Oregon. Oregon laying 6.5 here on the road. Oh no. Oregon laying 6.5 on the road, minus 230 on the money line. Iowa plus 200. 40.5 is the total. Colby, this is an obvious spot where you take Iowa, right?
100% money line play.
It's like
Dante Moore has not really played. I mean, he played well at Penn State, but it turns out Penn State's not that good. But to me, I think Iowa is very good. Like if you take away Gronowski's injury, they were beating Indiana the whole time he was in.
They had a chance
and then he
to
got
win that
injured.
game outright.
I think Iowa's like a legit, don't let them get in. Here's the thing. They're not sexy. They're not. So they're not going to put them, they're going to go 9-3, I think. Right. And then they're not going to put them in the playoffs. Right. They'll say no, because they're not a name brand, but I think they're a dangerous fucking team. Cause with each week, you got to remember Gronowski was in a different offense for 5 years. He now is in this another offense. So to me, he was struggling early in the year, but he's coming along. The offense is coming along, and the defense and special teams have never been the problem at Iowa in 30 years. So I think this is and good luck. I think they're calling for rain too. I mean, I know Oregon gets a lot of rain, so they should be fine with that, but it's cold. It's rainy. You're way on the fucking East Coast there, or somewhat on the East Coast, Eastern time zone or Central time, whatever the fuck it is. I'm on the Hawkeyes here.
Yeah, this is the
money line. This is a money line play.
Yeah. Ferentz is a home dog in Iowa. Yeah. It starts and ends there. 13-7-2 since 2003, and they've won 8 of those straight up. And to Colby's point, Indiana obviously I underrated earlier on, but they were live in that game. So give me Iowa.
Oregon's beaten nobody. Their best win is Northwestern. What State, qualifies them as a good team? Penn State's a 3-win team. You know what I mean? UCLA beat Penn State. So it's like, what do we, just because they're fourth in the nation in defense? Well, if you've played nobody, we'll see. We'll see. Guess who's second in the nation in defense? Iowa.
Yeah. I mean, that's and like to your point, Saturday high of 50 degrees, low of 29, expecting rain. So seems like an Iowa classic Iowa home game. You got to fade the Pac-12 team in the Big Ten country. Another 12:30 p.m. kick here on the West Coast. We're heading to Fort Worth, Texas, where TCU takes on Iowa State. TCU laying 6.5, -225 on the money line. Iowa State plus 190, 57.5 is the total. Colby, great mascot finds here, especially the Iowa State one. Looks like a juiced up bird. So what are we doing here? Iowa State.
Oh man,
kind of they're killing me. They're killing me.
I was going to say we're kind of maybe
like,
a little timeout with Iowa State.
I mean, I feel like they're going to burn me on this, but TCU is TCU is in a spot to potentially play for the Big 12 championship if they just take care of business. Iowa State's so beat up, man. From an injury standpoint, this team is just all over the place. They've lost a lot of their team on injuries this year. I'm going to take TCU. Matt Campbell as a dog historically is awesome, but yeah, I'll take TCU -6.5. They got to get it done here.
I'm gonna just stick to the. I'm gonna stick with Iowa State, even though they've fucked us a number of times. It's because we were playing them as a favorite. To Colby's point, you got to play Iowa State when they're a dog. 18-8 run here, and they're catching 6.5 points. They're gonna lose by a field goal in heartbreaking fashion. So give me Iowa State.
Yeah, I don't know what to think here. Also worth noting, TCU's basketball program just got beat by Nolens. Which do
you guys know who the general manager of New Orleans is? Oh, fucking A.
Who no, I do not. Who is it?
Master P.
No
rapper.
Way.
The owner of Notre. Dude, from what I understand, so they had some guys on the take last year that we covered on the college basketball experience. Hey, did I tell you? We haven't had a conversation in a while. So last year, part of this FBI probe, Eastern Michigan, North Carolina A&T, Mississippi Valley State, New Orleans, and Fresno State all were part of this thing of cheating, right? They to some extent with their player props, and some of it for on the line. I think we nailed 6 of those 7. Man, we didn't have Valley State. We nailed 6 of those 7. I'm at media days at Mountain West, and they actually gave me a card to report it next time.
Wait, what?
Just based on you watching it. And
who
being
gave
like,
you? Wait, who gave you?
One of the people at the Mountain West. I'm not going to say who. I now have a number to call if I think
the snitch hotline.
Well, it's fantastic.
Colby, you have a number to call. It's my number. Call me so that we start betting against these teams that are fixing games.
Well, don't alert normally the feds. You learn by the loss. You learn by the loss. You're like, wait, like the Fresno game. Yeah. The Fresno game was, but now I actually am connected to government sources. All right, we're going in here.
I like the idea of Colby is like Deep Throat.
Okay. Yeah, or it's like those.
It's like Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah,
when
the hackers who
ends
turn
up working for the. I'm going to be working for the FBI soon, guys. You guys
CIA. Well, yeah, FBI. They're in the match fixing game.
I didn't hear any of this.
Kramer, what are you doing? Are you taking Iowa State or are you not?
I mean, it does seem like we failed our Iowa State system by laying the points, and I shouldn't be emotional about it. So I'll take Iowa State this week, catching points. Yeah. Also,
you guys missed the end of that Oregon game right now. Oregon just hit a game winner.
Very good. College basketball, just distracting from other more important things like college football. 12-3. Colby really does move on from college football the second college basketball starts.
No, the second the playoff rankings are released, you just go, okay, let me start watching.
Kansas, Arizona in Tucson, another 12:30 kick here on the West Coast. Arizona laying 4.5, -185 on the money line. Kansas plus 165, 56.5 is the total. I feel like I've completely, I broke up with Jalen Daniels and I've moved on. I no longer see Kansas on the card and assume I'm going to be taking them. Colby.
I'll take Kansas and Jalen Daniels.
Shit.
No.
Arizona just scored 52 points against Colorado. I mean, Arizona hasn't scored 50 points in a game since goddamn fucking Chuck Cecil, right?
And that's your point against them. Meanwhile, this Kansas team is complete ass. They're on the road. Arizona at home has been good in Tucson. They're 4-1 ATS, and they're gonna light up this Kansas defense. This Kansas defense can't stop anything. Arizona, smash it.
All right. I'll meet you on the gridiron because, I think Kansas is, I just think Kansas is the better football team this year. And I think another thing is, I mean, both teams, I guess, are playing for the bowl, but I just think Kansas has kind of been, you go through, I mean, short of the Kansas State game at Mizzou, they were up 17 at one point in that game. They're better than their record. Kansas goes in there and wins. Outright.
Really?
Kramer.
Yeah.
Give me Arizona. I'm with you, Sean.
Yeah.
I'll apply some recency bias here. Numbers too short for me. 12:30 p.m. on the West Coast. I don't know why we're talking about this game. We're heading to Hartford, Connecticut, where Duke plays UConn. UConn catching 9.5 plus 280 on the money line. 66.5 is the total. Wow, very close to 666 for the total.
Sean, he said, "Why are we not talking about this game?" Well, there's several reasons. A, Jim Moore is a friend of the program.
Yeah,
right.
He's done the show.
Yeah. B, Duke is in serious contention for the ACC championship. This game's irrelevant for the ACC championship, but also UConn is 6-3. They won 9 games a year ago, and all 3 of their losses were in overtime. They're super close to being 9-0 right now. And Jim Moore might be the Virginia Tech Hokies' next football coach. So there's a lot.
Remember
there's
when
a lot going on here.
Remember in the preseason where we were trying to get a UConn to make the college football playoff ticket, and you're like, oh, they won't even offer it. These bastards, they know. But
they do know.
But UConn has had a good season.
Dude, do you know about the week? But remember, guys, when you guys were actually football fans, and you guys covered the FCS
Back in the day. Yeah, been there.
Yeah. We had a guy at the time. He was with the Maine Black Bears. The quarterback named Joe Fagnano. Great name.
Yeah, I remember him.
His stat line is forget Elway, and his murders. Forget Brady and his goddamn cloning. Right? We got Joe Fagnano, 22 touchdowns, 0 interceptions on the season. Holy shit! Give the guy the Heisman now. All right, give him the Heisman. Guys, Duke just won at Clemson for the first time, or at Clemson. It's the first time since 1980. I'll take UConn plus the 9.5. Sprinkle the money line at plus 280.
Yeah, I'm
so
with
all
Colby.
of that
I like
to take
UConn. I like UConn here a lot as a home dog. This is Duke with expectations as a road favorite against a Jim Mora team who's scrappy as a home dog, and they're literally a dog. How could you not take the Huskies here?
Yeah, massive letdown spot for Duke.
Yeah.
Easy and Jesus, Colby. Have you had? I mean, it's almost like you've been having lunch with Jim Mora, gassing him up like that.
Me and him, we chit chat, occasionally. He didn't give me a card. He didn't give me a card to report it, but.
I love that Colby is working with the feds.
Yeah,
Sean.
He's wearing a wire. Didn't take long for Colby to turn.
Echo is.
I mean, the ultimate Kramer for the longest time. Yeah, that's why we're getting an echo. The recording device, the line. You hear that?
Yeah,
look, guys. They're giving me insurance, everything. You know what I mean? This white tiger's got benefits.
Colby's gonna get made one of these days, or maybe he'll just be swimming with the fishes. Texas A&M heading to Columbia, Missouri to take on Missouri. Always a weird road trip. Missouri catching 6.5 plus 225 on the money line. Texas A&M minus 275. 48.5 is the total. Another 12:30 p.m. Kick. Very loaded slate. I will say before we get into the Texas A&M Missouri game, I am really enjoying how much people from SEC country are pissed off at ESPN for fucking over or for fucking up the distribution of their channels. It's especially funny because that's the one area of the country that probably can't figure out the streams. They're not getting this sort. I don't know if you saw the news. There was a tremendous amount of complaints submitted to the SEC headquarters.
Oh, great! You fucking bitches with your YouTube TV, and now I can't watch my Missouri Tigers.
I figure a lot of those guys got antennas, so maybe it's not a huge problem. Yeah. But yeah, apparently
remember those like giant satellite dishes?
They had to take down their or like turn off their they had some sort of like voicemail line that they had to turn off for a little bit. Colby, Texas A&M, right?
I mean, I took him to go to the playoffs. Mike Elko's a genius.
Yeah.
Plus the Drinkwitz, the Auburn shit's heating up, and you know they fired Strip Club Freeze. I mean, A&M, you're giving Mike Elko 2 weeks to prep. And remember, Missouri lost their starting quarterback against Vanderbilt, Bo Pribula, for the season. And their backup, Sam Horn, who's a very good baseball player too, he's out for the year back in August. So you're basically dealing with your third string quarterback. He did play good against Vandy when he came in, but you give Elko, a defensive mastermind, 2 weeks to prep. And look, if they had their starting quarterback, I was very fascinated by this game because it's a tougher road spot. It's kind of the out of the way SEC game, but you got to take A&M now. A&M's got the best offensive line in the country, I think.
Yeah, I mean, of all the offensive lines I was fawning over earlier in the season, Texas A&M's the one that's kept it up, and I'm with you. The scariest part about this is just that Missouri, like you said, Missouri's a weird spot, but this is a day-ish game. I guess it will be dark by the end of it. I'm just going to continue to take Texas A&M.
I'm going Missouri. I think this is a hair too high. I think Texas A&M wins, doesn't impact their playoff seeding, but I think Missouri gives enough of a game here to keep it competitive. Texas A&M has not been good ATS on the road. They're on a 5-12-2 run since 2021, and I know
Jimbo Fisher.
No, well, there's some Elko in there. Come on, what do you think? He only plays home games?
Well, I mean, he was there just 1 year last year. The further he gets out of that, but I mean, it's nice to have the stats.
Missouri,
I mean,
Missouri is a home dog. I'm in. Give it 6.5's too high. They win by 4.
How do you rank the top 3 undefeated teams, Colby? Just like the playoff.
I have Indiana 1, A&M 2, Ohio State 3, because Ohio State's played the worst competition out of the 3.
Yeah,
Ohio State has not lost ATS, which is insane.
No, I mean Ohio State looks great. It's just they haven't played a lot of great competition. I think I highlighted this on our show. They've played one offense in the top 75. I think
that would be actually
that was Washington.
That would be hilarious if they just said flat out, "We're going to use your performance against we view the spread as this efficient marketplace, and we're going to view your performance against the spread as one of the college football playoff metrics." That would be excellent. Teams just fucking up the spread.
I mean, Saban was lobbying for this one of those years when they got in. He was like, "Well, if it was up to Vegas." And it's like, well, what are you saying, dude? The hypothetical.
I mean, look, I think there is an element like people are betting real money on it. It's a real market. It's a fair metric that you could use to help these knuckleheads who
ATS
obviously
wins are legit.
But just measure it as a number. What is your average, score relative to the spread? I think it's a pretty fair.
I would like to see them value road wins first. I think that's the hardest thing to do, and this goes beyond football. I think in any version of college sports, winning on the road is the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, but that's usually incorporated in the spread, right?
Well, I'm just saying, like to me, like I mean, Miami, BYU. Before Miami had lost this last week, Miami was going on the road for the second time all year. It was their first time out of the state of Florida, right? BYU had played already in 4 different states across the United States: North Carolina, Colorado, Arizona, Texas. That's not equal. You know what I mean? Like that the fact they had Miami ahead, like it's just not. It's just you have to factor that in. Like to me, like if you're not looking at that, then you don't know college sports.
It's like you need to get a bonus multiplier for like travel miles, and then like just use like the EA rankings of stadiums.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like all that is for the most part baked into the line. So if you're dominating on the road ATS, you're also getting some road wins. I think they should incorporate.
Take Georgia plays 3 road games all year, fucking year. I mean, there's teams that are going to double up the amount of road games that Georgia plays. That's ridiculous. And if the committee's not looking at that, that's ridiculous.
I think the spread metric wouldn't quite capture that. I think Colby's probably right that they need to have some sort of, ability to, and that's where you need
Georgia's 3 and 5 ATS. So they would not be high on this metric. No,
I'm just saying that what Colby's saying is a lot different, which is you have to give people credit for going on the road and winning. I think I agree with that.
Well, in BYU 6 and 2 ATS, so wouldn't they get credit there? Yeah, if you're going by the ATS record,
but you don't know if those were on the road or not. I mean, I see what you're saying is that the overall value of a team will be measured in this.
Yeah,
what Colby is saying is not that at all. He's saying in addition to that, I want them to value teams that actually go on the fucking road, and so unrelated to how they did against the spread. If they did that on the road, that needs to be counted as an extra bonus, which I kind of agree with. But that involves humans being subjective, Colby, which is back to the original problem. 1 p.m. on the West Coast, we're heading to Nashville, where Vanderbilt is taking on Auburn. Vanderbilt laying 6.5 here, -240 on the money line. Auburn +200, 45.5 is the total. Where are you at with Pavia, Colby?
He played his ass off, but man, that defense was really bad last week. They didn't tackle well. I mean, it's Diego Pavia. You'd love to take him, but this is a terrible spot because there's the 1 game coaching bump. Auburn fired Hugh Strip Club Freeze, and they went with DJ Durkin, who I actually think is a very good football coach. This is like the Montgomery Prize situation. Virginia Tech got better. I know the wins aren't showing, but they're a better football team today than they were ever under Pry. And I believe the same is going to happen here. Auburn is actually a weird team because they're awesome everywhere except quarterback. Yeah, give me Auburn. I think this is dangerous for Vanderbilt. I think it's very, very dangerous. I was hoping Auburn was going to fire Freeze when they play their FCS opponent, like week 11 or whoever they play week 11. And then use the 1 game coaching bump for the Alabama game, the Iron Bowl. They didn't do that. And this has me a little terrified because I think Durkin's a very good football coach. Like he only got fired at Maryland because the kid died. You know what I mean?
He's an Urban Meyer guy. So, yeah.
Well, see, the guy knows how to get
Jim
the job
Harbaugh
done.
guy. He's a Jim Harbaugh guy too, man. Like he's a good football coach. Yeah.
Got his coaching start at Bowling Green under Urban Meyer.
No, I'm with Colby. As much as we love Pavia, Vanderbilt's a team you like as a dog for the most part, and they did backdoor that 3.5 if you got it late.
The spread kind of telling you too. Also feels like it's telling us Auburn.
Yeah, I'll take Auburn +6.5. To Colby's point, like the new head coach bump. Although I do like Vanderbilt at home after a loss. Like I feel like Pavia is not a guy who's going to lose a bunch of games in a row. Like he's going to be fucking fired up. Maybe you take the Pavia anytime touchdown with the Auburn +6.5. But yeah, I will go Auburn 6.5. Kramer.
Wow, what a sad day, and no one's. This is a potential for us to all get pissed on together.
Kramer, have the. This is a good episode to break out the sound effect.
Yeah, do you want to do the read while I play the music?
While you're pulling up the music, of course, shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code SGPN. Get it. Oh no,
did you actually record yourself pissing?
I can't. I'm not going to answer that.
Even worse. Someone sent this in.
It keeps going. Of course, Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. Spend $5, you get $100 in bonus funds. You can win up to 5,000 extra money.
We're not even halfway done.
No, we're just getting started. I love the pause. So realistic in the middle. Colby, what do you like? What do you like on the college underdog card?
I mean, I'm still getting pissed on, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't know if I should speak or continue to listen.
We're gonna let it play out. We still have a solid 10 seconds.
Let's go to the land of no flying tortillas and Baron Morton higher than 260.5 passing yards against BYU.
Like it.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Even though Jay Hill's a very good defensive coordinator, I just think you're asking too much. You're asking too much there. And then let's go to the JFK Bowl. Oh no, they don't have the number for the JFK Bowl. Let's go to. Let me see what we can track down here.
They got.
How about?
Let's
ahead. Take Dante Moore lower than 211.5 passing yards against Phil Parker in the rain.
Yep.
That's. I mean, we're gonna make it. We're
like
gonna make
that.
A fortune, guys.
I like that.
We're gonna make a fortune here. So yeah, that'll be the play there as we. I'll see you in victory lane, guys.
I'll see you in the winner's circle. Morton higher 260.5 passing yards. More lower 211.5 passing yards. $100 entry returns you $300 over at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you picks, props, sides, and totals. Use that promo code SGPN25. Get you 25% off. And of course, they also have a bunch of free, cool free stuff. So download the app, play around with it, start building your own models, and of course, track your. If you track, I think you got to do up to 5 plays college football, and you're automatically entered for a chance to win $1,000 with Rhythm. Again, great for picks, props, sides, totals. They got you covered. You can build your own models, or you can just tail theirs. 25% off with the promo code SGPN25.
As we carry on, UVA, who not getting favorable votes in the college football playoff. Perhaps people are aware of what goes down in Charlottesville, especially at night, 4 p.m. on the West Coast.
It's a cool stadium icon, Colby.
This is ridiculous. You're now going out. You're ruining your own integrity of your love of stadiums to troll me on this shit box. Scott Field. What do they call it? Wake Forest
Stadium.
Scott Stadium. It's a shit box. Wake Forest catching 6.5 plus 210 on the money line. Virginia.
I understand.
The fuck is a Wahoo anyway? Minus 250. 47.5 is the total.
Kramer, what would you rank as the best NFL stadium? I just want it on the record.
The best NFL stadium?
Yes, in your opinion.
I'd probably say. This is a good question. I'll go with Arrowhead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that to you?
I think it has. I mean, they good fan base, good weather element, and grass field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Scott Stadium doesn't have any of those?
No,
Oh,
Scott.
wow.
I've been to Scott Stadium. It's not a good vibe. I mean, you're surrounded.
You were there 1 year, one time.
You're surrounded by a bunch of wannabe SEC fans. Like they really want to be SEC fans. They wear their khakis. They tuck in their polo shirt.
So
the women
really
wear dresses to a fucking football game. You're going to a football game. You're not going to a job interview. It's ridiculous.
I think we agree here, but the stadium's awesome.
Kobe, it's literally the people that you hate down at the country club. That's who goes to UVA games at Scott Stadium.
I can separate the people in the stadium.
No, you
it's like
can't.
the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl's got no people, but the Rose Bowl's got no people at UCLA games. The stadium's great. Security's even more questionable. So there's that.
Colby's not on the UVA list yet. That's why.
I remember the first time I experienced a real life UVA fan at a football game wearing like golf clothes, basically, Sean.
Yeah.
And it was just like, what are you doing?
No, you got to wear your best polo for the football game.
I mean, they so badly want to be better than they are.
But you got to understand, like times change. I mean, like Virginia's throwing money in the foot. They're all of a sudden caring about football again. At once upon a time, they really did under George Welsh. Times change, man. The NFL used to be a good product. All these things used to, there used to be a lot of things that were different than today. To me, I think you should come back around. You know what? I'll invite you out to Scott Stadium and we can all wear turtlenecks together. All right.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to get tickets. That's for sure. It's like the Rose Bowl in that
Colby,
sense.
what are you doing here? I keep, we keep fading UVA. Cal felt like such a good play.
That was
they
bad.
were covering the entire game, and this
that beat was brutal.
this chode. The problem, you know what killed me is Oklahoma. I was on Oklahoma, one of my locks earlier on the season. They covered with a miraculous safety, and then since then, the bad beat gods have just been wrecking me left and right. That Cal beat was horrific.
Oh, that was tough. That was really tough, man. What was that? 35 seconds left, pick 6.
Yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And
man?
I mean,
tough.
all you have to do is not throw a pick 6. And of course, the guy could have went down. He didn't.
I thought he was going to go down. I was like, oh, he's going to go down because you're going to give him two shots potentially. I'm on the Wahoos though, man. I think at home, great stadium, lit environment, turtlenecks, they'll be out, and especially this time of year. And Chandler Morris and that offense can go. I just think Virginia at this point. So guys, Kramer, cover your ears. We're in a spot. Virginia is potentially going to be a college football playoff team if they can.
Oh yeah.
Well, look, they basically can even afford a loss. So they have 3 games left: home to Wake, at Duke, home to Virginia Tech, and they have a 1-game lead on everybody in the ACC. And they have the tiebreaker with Louisville. I mean, they're almost home, man. Like this, this has got to be the most exciting moment in UVA football since 1990 with Sherman, with Sean Moore and Herman Moore. So like, I think they're good. I think the crowd is going to be insane for this. We're laying it, dude.
100% agree. Smash.
Give me Wake Forest.
100%
Also,
go.
you mentioned they have to play Virginia Tech.
Oh,
How do they typically do in that game?
Virginia Tech, they were up. What happened, Ryan?
What
In that game?
I mean, I think
0 points in the second half was just brutal, dude.
I think you're just seeing the limitations of the in limbo program. And why are they dangling this James Franklin news forever? It sounds like they're just the agents just trying to.
Jim Moore, they're talking to Jim Moore Jr.
Oh,
He's not junior. Jim Moore is senior, right?
No, he is a junior.
I thought he doesn't use the juniors.
He doesn't, but
I'll text him later.
Remember his dad was a coach too. Playoffs.
Like at UCLA in Colorado as well.
I'm on Wake. It does seem like the James Franklin. I mean, if Virginia Tech hires James Franklin and he brings Coach Pry in like 2 years,
dude, if you hire James Franklin, it's like the best thing that could happen to the program.
What are you worried? Yeah. You're traumatized by Coach Pry that you're going to see him again.
Those two were butt buddies.
But if they hire James Franklin and if he's successful enough in 2 years to be swapping out his defensive coordinator, then you should be so lucky, Ryan.
Sean, who's the last guy Kramer hired at SGPN? We got to look into that.
Yeah.
All right. This is
Might be you, Colby.
Oh no.
I don't know. I think that was a long time ago, buddy. But I feel like I've had enough 9-win seasons now. Turn up a little bit. I don't know. I mean, Franklin got fired. Anybody can get fired.
I wouldn't.
Not enough playoff appearances for Colby.
I wouldn't compare yourself to James Franklin. That's not very flattering.
No.
Until he's hired in Blacksburg tomorrow.
His best that's why I'm a little worried. I think he just got fired from Penn State. Penn State, Virginia Tech, very similar program.
All right. Would you feel better about Manny Diaz?
No, that would be worse. That would actually. I like a defense first guy, but that feels worse. I at least know that Franklin.
If you are the athletic director. By the way, thanks for the Hokies cashing last night. I hope you took that with Mike Young.
Mike Young feels confident this year, huh? I was watching a press conference and
team's got to stay healthy. The only issue was depth, but if you were athletic director right now, if you were as cool to be named Whit Babcock,
he's not hiring the person, so it's like he's
hypothetically, if your money's still going to him, buddy. I would have fired. You pay for his extra bed, his sunroom in his house in Blacksburg. You chipped in on that thing, buddy, over the years.
Here's what I would have done. I don't agree with anything they're doing. I would have fired the athletic director. I would have, if you want a committee, have the committee hire the next GM and let the GM hire the fucking coach. This
is where you need the Dan Wetzel thing. Committees.
Well, no, I'm saying if you want your committee, they have a committee. I don't agree with having a committee. I would have my athletic director hire the coach. But if you don't trust the athletic director and you want to bring in a committee, maybe you should have just fired the athletic director. It's very strange. He still has a job. And so, yeah, we'll see how bad they fight. I mean, and it sounds like Bruce Arians is not easy to get along with. That's the big takeaway is that Bruce Arians apparently is a prickly character.
Yeah.
So, I mean, go figure. Florida State, aka Saudi Arabia State.
He might just be sober.
That's I think that's code for prickly. Saudi Arabia State, get your shirt in the SGPN merch store. Fire logo. Clemson host. I mean, and Dabo is very close. It feels like Dabo is falling off the rails. Dabo is going to be drinking in no time at all. Clemson laying 2.5 here, -125 on the money line. Florida State +110, 56.5 is the total. I did send the Saudi Arabia State logo to someone I know who is a Florida State booster. Didn't seem to fully appreciate the comedy of it. As much as I would have expected. I don't know what to think of this game. I watched a press conference with Dabo and he looks legit the most rattled I've ever seen him. It just in terms of like macro, like, is he going to stick around as the coach? He looks like he's losing his mind.
Clemson -2.5. Smash it. This is when they show up after a loss. He's dominant ATS. And they had a little mojo going, and he's got a hair up his ass. He was legit pissed off about that game, rightly so. Can't trust this Florida State team on the road.
We should send him a refs are terrorists.
Yeah, maybe you would wear it.
I mean, there's so much to unpack here. The reason why I put the game on the slate was for the comedy of what to unpack, but also our t-shirt. So go get yourself a Saudi Arabia State t-shirt.
Hell yeah,
guys. Florida State and Clemson sued the ACC. Before this is so great. This is so great on many levels, right? So they sued the ACC and basically had this was settled out of court. It never was. But the ACC, Jim Phillips, their commissioner, basically they rerouted because the ACC didn't want to lose Florida State and Clemson, so they rerouted the payment. The more you win in football and basketball, the revenue sports, the more it's going to go to the teams that win, right? And then the other side of this was, so the first one happened like a year and a half ago, early on in the case, essentially. So then they said, okay, we really don't want you to leave. Let's then TV revenue. You'll get a percentage of the TV revenue. This game's on the ACC network, while Wake Forest, Virginia is going to be prime time. So hold on. Since Florida State and Clemson sued the ACC and tried to get out of their deal and voted against Cal and Stanford and SMU, Miami also did too in that one. But also, Florida State is 2-12 in ACC play since then. So they sued them, and then they thought they were doing great when they said, "Hey, we're going to get a bigger percentage of the money when we win against the ACC foes." But that had then fueled the ACC foes apparently, because they've been 12-2 since then. And then now they got the TV one starting this season, and now they're on the ACC network, where like A, you have the YouTube ESPN thing going on. B, you have the ACC network, which I don't know many houses that if you get the basic cable package, you're not getting that. And meanwhile, Wake Forest, Virginia is on primetime TV. This is fucking hilarious. I love it. I love it all. And they deserve all of it, to tell you the truth.
So who you taking?
Clemson.
Yes. I'm with you.
Give me Florida State.
Okay.
Dabo was losing his mind.
But this is sometimes good for college.
He was. I don't think I want my head coach spending 15 minutes talking about the process, the secret ref process to review game tape and bad calls. That just seems like unnecessary.
You know, the difference though is that Duke's offense is actually like Mensa is one of the best quarterbacks in college football. Like, is Florida State good? Do we know that for sure?
I don't know if either of these teams.
Yeah,
are good.
I'll take the home team. That was pretty much the way I broke it down.
Yeah,
fair. Navy, Notre Dame, 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast, South Bend, Indiana. Big number here. Not sure why we're talking about it. Notre Dame laying 26.5, minus 5,000 on the money line. Navy plus 1,500, 57.5 is the total. I assume this is some sort of baiting us into taking Navy with the points. Triple option bullshit.
No, I mean it's here because if Navy wins, they'll have the inside track on the playoffs. And
yeah,
you know,
come on,
there are 7
got some
and 1
futures.
I mean, you could also, if you really wanted to dive into the history of this, you could talk about how Navy is responsible for Notre Dame existing. All right, during World War II, Notre Dame was going to collapse, and Navy gave them the money to stay afloat. That's why they play every year. So I mean, a lot of reasons to talk about this. They have the Naval Academy, very important for if you're a Notre Dame fan, you should love Navy because you're the only reason why they exist. And that's why it's a sympathy play. Give me the 25.5. All right, Notre Dame wins.
I'll give you 26.5, Colby. Yeah, no, I think Navy overall pretty decent football team, and they're coming off a loss, and they're highly motivated. This Notre Dame team coming off a bye, they're not dying to run it up against this Navy team. Maybe they're able to get it done, but Navy plus 26.5, way too high. Kramer, what are you doing?
I also think Notre Dame has a bad loss left on their schedule.
I mean, Marcus Freeman, as good as a job as he's done at Notre Dame, he has some turds kicking around every once in a while.
Not his girlfriend though.
She's hot.
Nah, maybe wife.
I think it's his wife.
Yeah, she was. I don't remember.
What's Kramer leaking?
Oh, the playoff.
Yeah.
Remember if you remember the playoff last.
Sean, we got to start a TMZ SGPN edition because Kramer knows he's got. He's
got his gossip mags right over there.
Right? Oh my god!
Have you seen her outfit?
I stayed at his house for a few days, and it was like So you seen who this guy's dating? You seen Aaron Rodgers' recent girlfriend? I was like, no, I haven't really paid attention to that shit in a while.
Sorry if I cover the sport.
Real quick, because you mentioned Aaron Rodgers. Kramer, remember in the offseason, Aaron Rodgers announced he got married, and then we've never figured out who this woman is. I joke that it was he married the game and rededicated himself, but there's been no other mentions of how do we not know who Aaron Rodgers' wife is?
He's very private.
Right. But clearly he didn't actually marry anyone.
Yeah, maybe he's working. Maybe he's getting his
old gym roommate. Whatever's going on with Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's actually married to a human woman. Yes, he
cloned Olivia Munn.
Oh, okay.
No, he wouldn't.
I like that. Maybe he married Brady's dog.
I don't.
You never. Now, he would.
Brady had him say, "So you've seen this cloning thing? We can clone." He probably stole a strand of her hair, turned that shit in. Right. And now he's got Olivia Munn.
I'll be honest.
She's not old enough yet. She's not old enough yet. So, it's getting really foul. But yeah.
I bet you it's as simple as.
How does that work, by the way? How does that work with age?
What?
Like cloning the dog.
Cloning is just taking the code from one thing and programming another thing.
Starting at puppy level on? Or are you getting it at that level? I don't know how that works.
You're getting it as
well. We don't have the technology to create something that's already 50 years old. So I think you're starting. You're like planting a new seed. You're
copying the genetic code, and then I think you're raising the dog embryo in a.
You're basically you're creating a baby.
Got a deep dive on the Brady situation.
No, it's pretty straightforward stuff, Colby. I don't know.
I watched Jurassic Park. It's like that for dogs.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
My theory is that he saw Manti Te'o on TV and he's like, "Cool, if I create a fake story about a girlfriend."
Well, what's gonna if the Steelers season goes off the rails?
How is Manti Te'o hosting a show about the NFL?
Why not?
And no one's mentioning.
Why not?
Jesus.
If
is he? I don't even know that.
Yeah.
If the Steelers season goes off the rails, then his wife is gonna suffer a tragic death.
Really?
That he's gonna dedicate. Well, because then that's how you get all the sympathy.
Hire the same guy that the Panthers used for the car accident of Bryce Young.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
All right. So we're all on Navy because we love this country and hate leprechauns and Irish people. LSU heads to Alabama. Big game, boy. I hope this game isn't on an ESPN family of networks. That's really gonna upset. Do the ESPN executives know what happened last time the crazy Alabama fans got really angry?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Hope you
think
don't have any nice trees around
About
the
to say,
the YouTube campus.
Bristol's about to get fucked up.
Once these hillbillies find out where UTV is headquartered, you got say goodbye to all your nice trees.
These Jewish people in New York City and LA have no idea what they just did.
Yeah, I mean, my God, imagine that. Every tree in Bristol just completely.
I took my dog to the park. Someone poisoned my dog. Who would do this?
These hillbillies.
Roll Tide. Roll Tide. -10.5 for Alabama at home here. Wow. -400 on the money line. LSU +300. 49.5 is the total. This is a rivalry game every year.
Yeah.
But man, this spread says take Alabama.
Really? Didn't we just see this in Florida and Georgia? A team with an extra week to prepare that has some talent with a coach that they clearly didn't like in a rivalry matchup as a big dog. I guess it's not on the neutral, but to me, my instincts say take LSU here with the new head coach bump. And yeah, I mean, just, conference dog here, LSU in revenge mode. I think this is LSU Super Bowl right now, which Colby, you would call that the BCS championship. But this is their biggest game possible. Isn't this a massive get up spot for LSU?
I think first off, I think like Billy Napier was actually a player's coach, but I think they got up for the assistant because he's such a Florida guy through and through.
Yeah.
Gonzalez. This one, I mean, Brian Kelly is like known as like the biggest. Like, has any former player of Brian Kelly's ever stood up that I know of?
Never heard a positive thing.
So this is like you're getting the most radical.
Yeah.
Go into Frank, not Frank Harris, Frank Wilson, former,
Wilson the third,
UTSA coach, and McNeese coach. That I think he is a player's coach. You know what he's known for? He's known for being a great recruiter in the Les Miles era at LSU. To be a great recruiter,
from New Orleans.
The Mad Hatter.
Well, you also have to be a likable person, right? That's part of the art of recruiting. Besides dropping off big bags, which Nick Saban was known for.
And Alabama's got Oklahoma next week.
This is and Sean, how about this? LSU could still go to the playoffs. They only have 3 losses. If you went out here,
yes,
like this, you got rid of the asshole. The work environment got a lot better. I'm all over the points.
I love
Money
this
line
stuff.
is live. Money line is live. Let's go. I know I have Alabama in the natty, but
I think I'm not going to fall for the trap.
Okay.
I think this LSU offense is not very good.
That's fair.
And I think Alabama might be able to put up a shitload of points in this spot. So I'm going to lay it. I'm going to get back to my chalky roots.
I actually think that's the most curious thing here is LSU's offensive line. Obviously they lost 4 guys from a season ago. They did not commit to running the ball a lot under Brian Kelly. And that's kind of been the knock on Brian Kelly, whether he was at Notre Dame, whether he was at Cincinnati, was like, this teams weren't super physical. The last couple years at Notre Dame were probably the most physical years. And he had a lot of other coaches that might've been responsible for that are not at LSU. I wonder if, this is something where if you emphasize the run more and just change the physicality of your team from a head coaching standpoint, that's the most fascinating part about this game to me is like, I can't wait to watch how much are they going to focus on the run and how are they going to try to play nasty? Because if not, they could get blown out. You're right. But if these guys are all big time recruits, man, I can't, I find it fascinating.
Yeah, you watch LSU. I understand the logic to take LSU here. I've watch a couple of their games. That offense, super. And I don't think you become a physical team overnight either. It's not like,
to your point, DeBoer at home has been pretty fire.
I haven't read any stories about him deploying the Oklahoma drill like Dan Campbell did for the Miami Dolphins, turn them around. All right, so you 2 idiots are on LSU. I'm on Bama. Roll Tide. Be careful if you've got trees in your front yard, Colby. They're coming for you.
Yeah, look out.
San Diego State, Hawaii, and the beautiful island of
Wait,
Oahu.
what's that? What's that?
The beautiful island of Hawaii. Thank you. Whoa.
Wait, hang on.
To Hawaii.
I mean, yeah. So 8 p.m. and I've never seen this Aztecs logo. YouTube.com/sports gambling podcast. 8 p.m. on the West Coast. San Diego State laying 6.5, -260 on the money line. Huge game for them. Hawaii +215 at home. 50.5 is the total.
We have a shirt in this for this game in the store. When you're sweating out the late Hawaii game.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Go get that thing. And if you're a fan of the Rainbow Warriors or just a fan on betting on Hawaii, because I believe they're the most likable team. Like if you ask your average college football fan, Hawaii is their favorite team other than their own favorite team.
Timmy Chang invited Veasan. He's friends with Veasan. They have a relationship with Circa to air all their games. He's kind of like leaning into, hey, you guys, we're literally island games on an island and leaning into it, which is a great way to recruit it and draw attention to the program. And I think he's a pretty good head coach overall. That being said, San Diego State is going to fuck their shit up. This San Diego State defense is insane. I mean, last 3 games, they've let up 17 points combined. This is going to be a boring ass game. San Diego State's going to win and cover 13-3. Give me SDSU. They roll. Colby?
No, I'm on the Rainbow Warriors. They come back from facing off against Ken Niumatalolo, former Rainbow Warrior. We were all over San Jose State. No. They come back to the island. And I think if you look, what happened here? So you look at this defense, it is insane. Great hire. They hired Jason X, defensive coordinator from Idaho. They shut out Stony Brook, right? Then they let the only blemish was week 2 in Pullman, right? But after that, they shut out Cal, right? Then they held Northern Illinois to just 3 points. They held Washington or Colorado State to 24. Note that, right? Nevada 10. Fresno State they shut them out.
On the road.
Yes, Fresno State they shut them out. Wyoming 7. Who scored the most points on them, Sean? Besides Washington State in their wins, who scored the most?
Let's see. Colorado State in a blowout loss. Yeah.
What kind of offense do they run, Colby?
Yes, Matt Mummy, the son of Hal Mummy, runs the air raid there. He runs the air raid.
I knew he was
right?
Sure,
that.
but then they're gonna. You're crazy.
And now they haven't played the spread and shred yet at San Jose State. That'll be coming in a couple of weeks. Timmy Chang runs June Jones's run and shoot offense. I think even more dangerous for the home run threat than the air raid. So I'm on Hawaii here. I think they get, and this is just a wacky game too. I mean, I feel like just anytime you get Hawaii on the island when they're decent, I like this side of this, man. I think Hawaii's gonna be able to score on them. Give me the Rainbow Warriors. I think they win this thing outright.
Sean, not a total guy, but seems like a high total, 50.5.
Boise is on deck for San Diego State, by the way.
So you're saying this is a weird spot, traveling to Hawaii, looking ahead to Boise.
They're not looking ahead. They've destroyed the conference foes.
You got to be thinking they're looking at Boise because Boise's in, even though they lost last week, Boise's in first place. And the winner of that game, or I'm sorry, Boise, the winner of that game will be in first place. Boise, San Diego State. And the winner will also be hosting the Mountain West Championship more than likely. So you can't tell me that game's not huge in a week.
I don't like to always share my my power numbers, Sean, but I make this line 11. San Diego State. Our
Smash
gals are
it.
back.
Smash. All right, time for the Lock, Dog, and Tease, brought to you by mybookie.ag. Head over there, use the promo code SGPN.
Happy birthday.
Kramer, why don't you start? Lock, a dog, a lock, bonus lock, and the tease.
Trying to mix up the juju. Is that what's going on here?
All right, Colby, why don't you go first?
I've been slaying the contest.
Okay, Colby, you go first. What do you got?
Well, where the hell's this spreadsheet? Let's go with, where's the spreadsheet? Do I even have it up?
Colby's had
sitting over here just Well, no, so I can talk about it without looking at the sheet.
Oh, here we
You
go.
know what I mean? This isn't the NFL where you guys are just sitting there at 3.4 passes here. Okay, let's go with lock number one. Your Scott Stadium thing still bothering me, buddy. Let's go with the likes of Texas Tech minus 10.5 will be lock number one. Lock number two. Let's go to the likes of.
There's going to be a Benedict on one of these. I'm
let's
hearing
go
it
to let's go to the likes of Iowa.
Yep.
Plus 6.5. Lock number three before my money line play, if you don't mind. I would like Auburn plus 6.5. And
a lot of
then
dogs on Colby's card.
The money line play. What can I get my clients the most value on?
Navy.
Nah,
in the Navy.
I don't think that's gonna hit. Let's go with it's Iowa. Who are we kidding? Iowa money line.
Doubling up on Iowa. Danger.
Iowa plus 200 on the money line. Colby, what about your tease?
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry about that.
Everybody's favorite.
Let's go with. Let's bring A&M down to 0.5.
Beautiful.
Bring Texas Tech down to 4.5.
Okay.
And what are we doing here? Let's go to USC down to 8.5.
All right, for me, lock number one, San Diego State laying the 6.5 on the island. Sorry, Timmy Chang, you're about to get fucked up by some Aztec defense. Lock number two, Iowa plus 6.5. Lock number three, friend of the program, UConn plus 9.5. And the money line dog Friday nights, they're barking. Give me Tulane and Retzlaff on the money line at plus 170 for my tease. Give me
a lot of good numbers to tease.
Give me Mississippi State plus 13.5.
Oh.
Give me Texas Tech minus 4.5. And then let's see. Last but not least, give me give me USF laying. Oh no, you can't cross any key numbers. Oh, San Diego State minus 0.5. Kramer.
We've been riding Texas A&M all year. We couldn't ride them last week, so we bring them back minus the 6.5. I think all of us we talked about how taking Iowa against Oregon was going to be a good spot back in the preview episode. So give me Iowa plus the 6.5. I'm also, this feels a little. You know what? I'll be a little different. Give me Mississippi State plus the 7.5. I was going to lock up Texas Tech as well, but I'll go Mississippi State. No, actually, give me Texas Tech. A lot of talking.
Oh, you're being a little different, buddy.
And that's the, you know what? Refs don't have the influence. Give me Mississippi State. They finally get one done.
Okay, plus Mississippi State on the money line plus 260. Tease.
Actually, cross that one off.
Oh my god.
UConn plus 280 on the money line.
All right,
I like that angle better.
No one will see that one coming.
No. Tease.
Well, I know that. They bring the head cold.
Florida State up to 8.5.
Saudi Arabia State, Ryan. Come on.
Sorry, Saudi Arabia State.
Give me those shirts.
Give me Navy up to 32.5.
Oh, that's a tease Colby would do.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't. And let's get one more juicy. Oh no, actually, this is easy. Texas. No, I can't double dip. Give me. Ooh, got a little. You can't win. Got a little tied up there. Give me the Iowa up to 13.5.
12.5, right?
12.5.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Any parlays anyone throwing out?
Ooh, Iowa money line.
Iowa Tulane.
Do we just play an Iowa State money line, Sean?
No.
I picked Iowa State, but I don't like that.
So then we got to go Iowa money line with
Auburn.
With Auburn
or Mississippi State.
Auburn.
All right. Iowa Auburn. Keep it simple.
I can't. Georgia's going to win. The SEC is going to make sure Georgia wins. Come on.
Iowa Auburn money line parlay. All right, time for the contest. Do we make Iowa our consensus play?
I think so. Which the consensus play has not been a good one.
Iowa plus 6.5.
It's been kind of a. Let's see how many weeks. All right, we have to break the streak of 2 in a row.
Colby, what's your first play?
First play not known as Iowa. Let's go with I'm gonna say Texas Tech minus 10.
All right.
Texas Tech minus 10.5. Give me Tulane plus 5.5. Give me a little sweat on Friday night. Kramer.
A&M.
Texas A&M laying the 6.5. Colby, you're back on the clock.
Let's go to Wait, can we play the Thursday game or no?
Yes. But Kramer will have to actually put it in on Thursday, which chance he forgets.
So we should fade that or no?
Yeah, you
can take it.
Whatever you want, Colby.
Let's lay the 13.5 with South Florida.
Oh, I like that. Little Thursday action.
Yeah.
USF laying the 13.5 and give me UConn plus 9.5. Kramer?
I do like that play, Sean. That's a good play.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That was what I was in contention with mine. I was like,
all right. Well, fellow sharps think alike. Kramer?
All right. So we've used all of my locks and dog. If I would say if there was one that was going to make the card that didn't make the card, it would be. I mean, I'm tempted to say, ooh, do we play a Friday game as well? Yeah, let's play USC.
Okay. Blowout potential there. USC laying the 14.5. So our card here for the contest: Texas Tech laying 10.5, Tulane plus 5.5, Texas A&M laying the 6.5, South Florida laying the 13.5, UConn getting the 9.5, USC laying the 14.5, and Iowa plus 6.5. Make sure you check out the college experience for all your football and basketball needs. Smash that subscribe button. Questions, comments, we're answering them all over on Spotify. And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the Money Green. He's Ryan.
NFL picks on Wednesday.
Kramer, let it ride.